It won't come out. It's hard as a rock. We gotta fix that. So I got this shipping crate that my belt grinder came in, and I'm gonna make it into an impromptu honey warmer. I got this piece of 1-inch foam insulation that I used to cut up and put on top of my hives. But now I'm gonna go to 2 inches on top, and so this will be the perfect stuff to use, since I'm probably not gonna use it again for anything else. So I'm just gonna take this, line it up with the edges here, and score it across the top, up the side. For that side, squeeze down. And just so happens it's almost the correct length to get 2 out of 1 run. So I just barely got it scored, so I'm going to score it again to make sure that it breaks pretty clean. Break it. Ugh, dirty on that side. Then I'm going to score it in the middle here again. Break it. I can use this side as a pattern for the other side to get it, cut it off the right length. If you've ever done drywall, it's a lot like drywall. You score it real good, break it, cut the back side. All right. Got the 2 side pieces. That are flush, so I want to make the end pieces overlap. Of course, this doesn't have to be too exact. That's why I'm not measuring and squaring and all that. This is just a temporary honey warmer. Now I got 4 sides. And I'm going to do the top and the bottom. I'm going to take this fabulous Gorilla Tape, which could just use duct tape, and tape this on. I could glue it on or a lot of things, but this is just a quick, temporary honey warmer. I say temporary. I'll probably keep it forever, even after I make the new one. But the plan is that someday we're going to find an old refrigerator or chest freezer or something and make a permanent honey warmer out of this. But for now, we got to have liquid honey. It won't squeeze out into our coffee in the morning. We got to have this right now. Set it down on the floor. And we'll just run this along here. And here. And then scoot it over. That'll be my top and my bottom. On the bottom, one on the top. I put the styrofoam on the outside because this foam is basically like solid gasoline. So if that stuff catches on fire, it's gonna go up quick. But I have all wood inside here. This is only gonna get up to 100 degrees inside and the thermostat will kick it off. So I'm not really worried about that. And it probably would be fine just made out of this, but I don't wanna take that chance. Then I'm gonna take my knife and cut a little hole in the handle here. And poke that through. Take my little space heater from the well house, which hopefully we're past the point where we need that. And run the cord through there. And take that little piece of foam and shove it back in the hole. There. Now I've got space to put honey around the edges, bottles of honey. I can't fit all my honey in there, but I could do, do it in a few batches. If you're going to use a space heater, I would definitely suggest these oil heaters. They're much safer and more even heat. It's got oil in it, and that oil heats up and it holds the heat for much longer. And it doesn't have those harsh temperature swings like an infrared heater or something like that. So downside is it doesn't have a temperature setting. It just has high and low. And so we're going to just mess with it. So I'm going to put it, I heard it click, so I'm going to turn it a little bit past that, put it about in the middle, and put the top on it. There. Now we wait. And you might be thinking, why don't we just put that honey in the microwave or, in the oven or something like that to heat it up? Well, if you get it above about, I don't know, I've heard different temperatures, but like 110, 115. You start killing the beneficial microbes and the benefits of the honey. And so, of course, don't want to do that. So you need to heat it slow. You could use a double boiler. You just got to really watch the temperature on that. And it's hard to know what the temperature inside the honey is. You can know that the water is boiling, which means it's 212 degrees. But then the outside of the honey is going to be hot and the middle is going to be warm, blah, blah, blah. So being able to heat it slow at 100 degrees for long periods of time is the way to go. So it's about a week later. And that looks like liquid honey. Whoa, look at that bubble. Liquid honey. Nice and warm too. It'll come out fast. If you got any value out of this video, please give us a like and consider subscribing to my channel. It means a lot. Thanks for watching.